Hello beautiful souls. In one of my videos I did a haul where I purchased things from the Dollar Tree, and this is one of the things that I had purchased, and I wanted to share how I altered it. So it's like a basket. It's a fabric basket, and this is how I altered it. I Shabby chic'd it, of course. And I wanted to sew these pieces on, you know, the lace on, but then I would have to make a lining for here because you would see all the stitching inside. So I ended up just gluing it on, hot gluing everything on, and I needed to get this out as soon as possible because Sabrina from the TheSFactorStudio, she's having a birthday challenge, and this is what I created for her. And life keeps throwing me monkey wrenches, so I had quite a bit of a delay. I have other things that, you know, that I was working on also, and I put it on hold, you know, so that I can complete this for her. And I believe that there was a deadline, and the deadline was March 28th. And I'm super late, but this is going in the mail today, so she's going to receive it sometime next week. Today is Saturday, March 30th, so I'm 2 days late. Sorry, Sabrina. Life keeps throwing me monkey wrenches, so I go with the flow. I gotta go with the flow, you know, and I can't stress myself out, you know, when my plans change. However, this is how I decorate it, and the requirements are just 2 tags, but if you include other things like embellishments or dies or stamps, you know, those are extra points. And I completed every requirement except for one. I didn't include stamps. But I did include dies, and you know, and I had to substitute the LOL dolls that she loves so much because I only have one pack that Ida sent me, and I was not going to part with that. I'm not going to part with that because it's the only one I have. So, but I did substitute it, and I'll show you that, you know, as we go along. So here's how I decorated it. Like I said, I just glued everything down, you know, because I didn't want the stitching to show on the other side. Otherwise, I would have covered it if I went that route, which I do prefer because this basket is fabric. It is fabric. This material is muslin. In my other video, when I did the haul, I mentioned that it was like burlap or cotton, but you know, muslin is cotton, but this is muslin fabric, and I should have known that being a fashion designer for so many years. But you know, I forget. I haven't done it in a long time, so I do forget. And so this is muslin, and then the inside is felt. So they lined it with felt. Okay, pretty polka dot pink felt. It's really pretty. All right, so let me get into what I created for her. All right, so the requirements are 2 tags. So these are the 2 tags that I created for her. I'll take it out. No, I'm not going to take it out because I need to get this out in the mail, and I will have to repackage everything all over again. Not doing it. Not doing it. So I created these before, and I believe I sent these to Nisha. Yes, I did. And since I had, you know, the elements already cut out and stuff like that, I figured I need to do it quick so I can send it out to her. So I ended up making these 2 tags for her. And I love these, and I added charms. I absolutely love these tags. Okay, and then one of the requirements, which is not mandatory, you know, it's optional, was to make bows. So I made her these bows. as quick as I could. And I use my Creative Time bow dies here, and this is a bow die that I have in my stash. These are smaller, so this is how I decorated it. I'm not going to go too much into detail. I'm pretty sure she will. You know, she'll show you, you know, she'll go through it. And she's a lot like me. Like when I receive things, I tend to stare at it and I forget, you know, not that I forget, but it's like, you know, I get lost and it's like, oh my goodness, I'm recording. So I can't, you know, I can't take too long. So I do the same thing too. It's like I stare at it and stare at it and it's like, okay, keep it moving because you are recording. Okay, so these are the bows I created for her. Another requirement, which was optional, is flowers. So I made her these flowers, and it's a good thing that I have a stash. You know, when I create flowers, I create multiples so that, you know, when things like this happen, I'm not taking too long to create because I already have certain things already done and all I have to do is assemble it. You know, so some of these were already assembled and some of them I had to assemble them. But nonetheless, she's going to get these flowers. I know she admired these flowers that I had sent to Ida, so I wanted to share some with her. And this die is from Heartfelt Creations. It's a stamp and die set, except for this one. This was a die that I have in my stash. And these are the Classic Rose stamp and die set, and these are the Ariana Blooms stamp and die set. And this leaf here, this filigree leaf, I have in my stash. It's a die that I have in my stash, and these are all the Ariana Blooms except for that one that is the Classic Rose, but I left it open. And these are the Classic Rose here. Alrighty then, I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. And then, okay, so this is the alternative to the LOL dolls. I had, this stamp, it's a Prima stamp. And it is for the planner size. You know, they made them small for the planner size. So I went ahead and, you know, I had these in my stash already. So I really didn't have to do much. This is the quickest, you know, paper crafting I've ever done. I've done it in like 2.5 days. Quickest ever, because I already had certain things done. And then I think she said either butterflies and hearts. So here are my butterflies and hearts, and these are my crocheted hearts. I'm gonna have a tutorial on these, so stay tuned for that. And this heart comes from you know, like a pattern from a magazine, and it's a little bit complicated, so I revised it on my own and I created this one, which is so much easier. So I will have a tutorial on this one, and I will have a tutorial on how to crochet this heart as well. So for Raquel from Paints and Glitter, she also crochets, and she really liked, you know, one of my crochet video tutorials. So I'm gonna bring these out, Raquel, so you'll be able to crochet these in this one too. And then this is a digital file from Arila Miha shop on Etsy, where she has butterflies. I bought these like a while ago. This was before I started getting into making my own digitals. So these were already cut and they were already formed, so all I had to do was decorate them so I can get them out for her. And of course they got to be shabby. You know, I really don't know what Sabrina's style is. I think she likes a little bit of everything, so I'm pretty sure she'll appreciate, you know, the shabbiness of this. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that's that. Oh, this paper that the embellishments are attached to, that is not my paper line. That is Knitwit collection, and this paper line is called, this collection is called Abigail. I absolutely love it. And sometimes, you know, when I print, when I feel like I printed too much, I actually reprint on the other side that was blank. But this here is my paper line. And I had so many of these things that I printed, and I didn't want to let it go to waste. So I just printed, you know, on the other side. So some of the packaging, you will see that there's a different print in the back, because I didn't want to let it go to waste. I hope you don't mind that, Sabrina. And what else? Oh yeah, see, like that. I didn't want to let that go to waste. So, and some of them are blank. Okay. All right, this one is my paper line, this one here. If anybody is interested, it's called Doily Dreams, and my Etsy shop is linked in the description box below. So if you're interested, you can go check that out. It's very shabby. And then remember when I did a haul on the, let me see if I can find it. Here they are. Okay, on these popsicle sticks here. And I said, you know, since, and Ida reminded me that she has sent me some word beads. I totally forgot. Because I just have her stuff in, you know, still in its original, you know, how it came originally. And it's so pretty that, you know, I haven't really gone into the, you know, the things that she created for me, because I'm hoarding it. So I totally forgot she sent me some word beads. Anyway, when I saw these, I wanted to create my own sentiments, since I thought that I didn't have any word beads. And even when those run out, you know, when I use the ones that she sent me, I'm not going to have any. And she didn't send me like a whole bag of it or a whole bunch. So eventually it's going to run out. So this is the alternative to making my own sentiment. And here's what I created. Look how it came out. I'm so excited. I'm going to have a tutorial on these also. I love how they turned out. And I was scrambling, you know, to find stamps, you know, that had small words in them, because, you know, I don't have a lot of stamps that have so much sentiments in them. So I now I got to do a research on finding word stamps that are small enough. But you can also I can also handwrite it myself if, you know, if I want a certain sentiment that I don't have in a stamp form. I can do that too. But anyway, these how they turned out. So this is the bigger size and this is the smaller size. Like this is the bigger size here and this is the smaller size here, and it worked out lovely. I love it the way they turned out. So she's gonna get a pack of that. And then Ida showed these crochet spoons that her niece made for her, and it was a tutorial that her niece used on YouTube, and Ida sent me the link, or Abby sent me the link. And I made some crochet spoons, and I stiffened them and I turned them into charms. And here they are. Love them. I love them. They turned out beautiful. These crystals here was gifted to me by Sabrina in this bubble bottle. This is such a great idea. I love this idea. You know, to put, you know, items in here to gift your friends. Anyway, they were, you know, they're like faux diamonds, and I put them there. And these are, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce this properly, but they are Swarovski crystals. And I put them in the spoon there, and I just added the pearls. I love the pearls. And I just attached it with glossy accents. So I used that as the glue. I didn't want to put hot glue because it's not going to dry clear. And I wanted to make sure that it dried clear. And here's some more glass beads. that are faceted, and they're called AB. They're really, really sparkly. I love, love, love them. So I made this for her. And you know, if we wanted to include dies, we could, so I did. And I have these two to gift to her. And this is a really nice size dragon. Ida had hauled this and made beautiful projects with these, and I went and picked a few of these up because I loved it. And then they had these on sale as well. And this is a nice size too. It's not that small, but it's not that big. It's lovely. Love, love, love them. So that's that. I'm going to be adding some extra goodies for her. But this one right here, she can't see it, and I'm not going to show it. So, you know, you guys go to her, over to her channel, and, you know, you got to check periodically because she's not going to receive this until a few days from today. And so you're not going to see what's in here. But I know she's been wanting this. Look, I'm teasing you, Sabrina. You can't see it. So anyway, Sabrina, I want you to open the tissue paper, the ones that are in the tissue paper first, okay? And then you open this one here. This is a gift bag that I had created. And this is my paper line as well, which is called Doily Dreams. Anyway, so open the tissue paper first. So I wrote you this little note here so that you can do that. I didn't make you a card. I did not make her a card. There just wasn't enough. There is enough time. I just didn't want to prolong it because we always have time. There's always time. We choose what we want to do with our time. So when people say, "Oh, I was busy," yeah, you were busy doing what you wanted to do, which is fine. You know, that's all good and dandy, you know, that's fine. But I don't really care for those excuses. I really, really don't. You know, when people tell me, "Oh, I was busy, I didn't call you because I was busy." Well, you chose what you wanted to do with that time, and that's okay with me. I don't judge that, and I don't criticize that. I just wish people would be more honest about it, you know. Because it's good for their soul. It's good for their heart. It's good for their energy, and it's good for their soul. You know, when people are honest with time. Anyway, so you can't see this right now, but I am going to add, you know, some extra stuff for her. It is her birthday. Happy birthday, Sabrina, mamita. And I hope you know, have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. I don't even know exactly when it is. It could have already passed. I don't even know. But, you know, happy belated if it already passed. But happy birthday, my dear. And many, many more birthdays. You know, I wish you many, many more birthdays. Okay? So anyway, this was it. So this is going to go out today. Well, that's pretty much it. So all is well. Let's share, be fair, be filled with love, and love one another. Take good care, everybody.